Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Brim, back here with another video with Mobile Legends. I really like this game a lot. It's probably gonna be the game of this channel, you know, doing the foreshadowing and stuff. But regardless, here we go, talking about the things that I'm seeing and thinking, you know. I think from this video on and you know, from this video on, although yes, I am going to be talking about, you know, the things that interest me in terms of the game and what I'm thinking of when I'm making these plays or how I'm trying to set plays up and things like that. And, you know, the strategic thinking that I like a lot. I think I'm going to try to shed some knowledge and shed some positive influences as well. That's kind of been the overall arching themes of my other videos on this channel. Just been trying to spread some positivity and some knowledge as well too, and some motivation. And I think that's the route that I'm going to take it in. Actually, that is the route that I'm going to take it in. Recently, you know, I've been in a space in my life where I'm just seeking growth, seeking knowledge, seeking creativity, and seeking freedom. True freedom, true power. And I've just been stuck and lost at times. But with persistence and with growth, a growth mindset, I've been able to take things to the next level and move past those roadblocks. Recently, you know, I want to give a shout out to two channels. I think his name is Monk Mode. Let me see if I can find his this guy has 3 channels. One of them is Mark the Mentor. Another one is but this guy, I want to give a shout out to him, Monk Mode. Yeah. So I can't find. Here he goes. That's the channel. So he has Mark the Mentor and he has Monk Mode Maniacs. I'm pretty sure he has a 3rd channel, but I am not too sure on what the other channel is. It's gonna pop up later. I want to give a shout out to that guy, and I also want to give a shout out to Introvert Rockstar. As of late, I've been listening to a lot of their content, more for the framing of how you should be viewing the world and things like that. And you know, guys, like with everything in life, you got to take things with a grain of salt. Even my words, you got to take things with a grain of salt. You got to do your own research, in a sense. Fact check everything, you know. The type of message that they share and the type of message I share, it's not something that, you know, you hear and you would immediately get it. It's not for everybody. It's for those that are ready to hear it. Just like one of my favorite books of all times. And I'm not even sure if you want to call it a book, if you want to call it a scripture, if you want to call it a tome, if you want to call it a sacred readings. But it's called, it's the Kabbalion. And that talks about 7 principles and hermetic principles and things like that. So that's also something, that's just to give a reference of something that's only truly valuable when you're ready to hear it. And that's how I feel about this message, that at the moment, Monk Mode Maniacs and Introvert Rockstar are really talking about, you know. Yeah, so give a shout out to them. The content's really good. It's really motivating, but it's also really liberating as well, because, well, you just got to go and see and find out. But for me, for you guys, for us here on Brim Toon-Player, thinking of doing something a little different, you feel me? Just making it something like a podcast almost, you know, where you have the nice visuals, where I could bounce back and forth either way, talk about, you know, the gameplay and stuff like that, but also kind of drop some gems and try to help you guys out and help myself out too, because whatever is said from the tongue, I'm also listening to it as well. So yeah, so the message for today, guys, and the message every day: do what makes you happy. You feel me? Focus on yourself. And this is more of the content for guys around my age, you know, guys in their 20s. You know, this is more for you. You should do what makes you happy. You know, you shouldn't be focusing on women. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, women are cool, they're nice, they're beautiful. That's not something you should be focusing on. You should be focusing on making yourself better, improving yourself. And it's not to improve yourself to get a higher status for somebody else. No, it's improving yourself to get a higher status in your eyes, a higher status in your heart. You feel me? This is for you. This is not for anybody else. So when you go out and you think about things and you sit down and reflect on life and reflect on the things that you want, when you do that and you have the time to formulate ideas and formulate plans on making yourself better and making yourself stronger, you know, that's when you really start to see life. That's when you really start living. That's when you really start to see the beauty of life. Another resource that I've been really into is David Goggins' book on You Can't Hurt Me. It's called You Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. That's another thing, though. Read books. Just educate yourself. Learn more. You know, learn more about the world. It's through reading about the experiences of other people that you will really start to see different facets of life, different areas, different things, different everythings of life, you know. But yeah, about David Goggins' book, it really teaches you to really be accountable, right? Yeah, life is gonna suck. Yeah, sometimes shit get hard. Yeah, so the fuck what? Grab your fucking balls. Find it, you know, find your inner strength, find your inner passion, you know? Find your inner you, the inner beast, and make it happen. Make whatever it is that you want to happen, you know, because nobody else is gonna do it for you. You gotta think about it, you feel me? You gotta really think about it. Who else can you rely on besides yourself? Not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister, not your best friend. You can't rely on anybody, right? Yes, you can build relationships. Yes, you can build off of those relationships and provide value to each other through the relationship, right? But that only happens when you become a man or a woman of value. That's the only case in which that happens. People don't help you for the fun of it. People help those who help themselves. You have to have the drive within you. You have to be working and improving yourself, because then you become a person of value. And that's the beauty of becoming a person of value. It gives you this sense of confidence, this sense of strength, this source of strength, because you know with your own two hands, you made shit happen. You know, and that's what you got to do. You got to make shit happen. Not just for anybody else. Not just say, oh, I'm a man of value, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at me. I'm like, no, you do it for you, right? You don't say, oh, hey, baby, I'm a man of value. Look, no, you don't do that. You say, oh, I know I'm a man of value. I don't need your validation. I don't need you to tell me that I'm okay. I don't need you to tell me that I'm acceptable. You hear me? I don't need that. I'm okay. I'm content. I'm fine. It gets to the point where you don't need to say anything. When it gets to the point where you don't have to say anything, where you don't have to say, oh, you don't have to tell this person, like as a man. I'm speaking as a man, right? I'm pretty sure that there are female viewers and female watchers. Great, awesome. This advice is for you too as well. But I'm really speaking to the guys, because I feel like the guys are really suffering here. At least the ones that I see in my head, in my space, where I'm at today. The guys are really suffering. So for the guys, and not to say that women aren't suffering as well, but this is for the guys. For guys, you got to really get to the point where you don't need to speak. Everything is silent. You don't need to say a word. You know, you don't need to say anything. you don't need to say a word because you know who you are. You feel me? You don't need to try to be validated by explaining yourself. What? Who cares? You feel me? Silence. You move in silence. What did Lil Wayne say? Real G's move in silence like lasagna. I'm pretty sure that there are other silent G's bars out there, but from my generation, like I said, I'm in my 20s. That was, that was what it was for me. But yeah, you gotta move in silence. You have to really be working on you, and not really be chasing anything, not really be seeking for any validation of any sort. You gotta be looking to do business and improve yourself. You gotta really come to the table with a mindset and a mission to succeed. And that's the best part, because in collaboration, it's this type of mindset that people find valuable. You're willing to make shit work. You're willing to get shit done. But at the same time, you're not stuck somewhere. You're not stuck somewhere in your head and worried about what they're thinking. You know what I'm saying? You're willing to get it done. At the same time, you know who you are. You're confident in who you are. You feel me? That's where you need to be. That's where we all need to be. Because right now, how I'm feeling, man, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm at ease. There's no hate. There's no shade to anybody, because I understand it all. And I'm only going to continue to understand more. I'm growing. I'm human. I'm young. I know I got a lot of time. And I think the guys my age from the demographics, they're around my age. Well, at least like from my age and to like 35 or something like that. So we're all within the same age range. We got a lot of time, and we got a lot of growing and learning to do, right? But even right now, this understanding that you shouldn't really care about what people say or think about you, right? You shouldn't really be caring about any form of like validation from another person besides yourself. That's powerful. And that's where life gets sweet. That's where life gets real sweet. So for all of my guys, all of my girls too, watching, take your time, figure shit out, figure life out. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta worry about what the next man is doing. You don't gotta try to get the bag just to get some chicks, because then you're gonna remain broke. They're gonna be running it up on you. You know what I'm saying? And this content is mainly for the guys, because I really see us struggling. I see it. I'm not gonna hold you. I really see us struggling. I see us struggling. Simping. You don't gotta simp. You don't gotta simp. Get the bag. Focus on the bag. Live the life that you want to live. Girls are gonna come. Girls are gonna go. Same thing for the girls. Men are gonna come. Men are gonna go. You know what I'm saying? It's better to focus on you and get your own shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be the person. You don't want to be the female, the woman, the beauty, and the stress. No, you want to have your own shit. You don't want to be stuck, dependent on somebody else. That's not where you want to be. And I say this to everybody, that's not where you want to be. I can't wait to start traveling. I've traveled a little bit in my life, but I haven't traveled enough. I want to travel more. I want to experience the diversity of life. I want to experience the diversity of culture, the diversity of ideologies. I really want to experience it all. I want to see it. And, hopefully I'll be able to take you guys on that trip with me, show you guys around, But, yeah. So moral of the story, focus on you, be yourself, enjoy life. Life ain't that hard. Yeah, it sucks sometimes, yeah. Some days you don't feel like getting up. Some days you don't feel like doing what needs to be done to make your dreams happen. I know. I feel it too. But it's in those days that you gotta really speak to yourself. You gotta really remind yourselves of all the hard times that you had to face. All of the suffering, all of the pain, everything. And then you go out there and get it. I know it sounds a little bit empty, a little bit choppy. Remind yourself and then go out there and get it. But in that process of reminding yourself, you're really thinking about where you got to. You're still here. It's tough. Yeah, I'm reminding myself all the tough times. I remember when I was down and bad, generally. But I'm okay. I'm still here. So I know this bad time here, it's not gonna really last. It doesn't define me. This way that I'm feeling is not really me. Oh, but no, you can, oh, this is part of the tide. Oh, just ride it out. You know, just take a break for today. Oh, no, yo, hey, if you want to take that break, go for it. You know, who am I to tell you, oh, you're not doing well. You're not, because you didn't meet your quota today, because you wanted to take a day off, because you wanted to be a little soft today. You wanted to rest today. Who am I to tell you, not to be that? For sure, be that. You know what I'm saying? And some days I am that. But I don't want to be that. Because I know the power in breaking limits. I know the power in pushing past what we think is impossible. You know? I know that power because I've done that too. I've had those mental dialogues with myself where, no, I want to quit. Maybe we shouldn't do that today. Maybe we should just go home and rest. Maybe we shouldn't do anything today. I've had that. Maybe I can make it up tomorrow. I've had that. The greats have had that. They've had that talk. But what it all comes down to is that type of talk is dangerous. We don't want that talk. We can't have that talk. That talk is bad. We need to push right there and then, break those limits right there and then. Plus ultra. Frickin' right in here, right now, I'm gonna break my limits. We need to do that. We need to be that. Because that's when power comes. That's when we see life really showing its fullest. That's when we really see the power. And it's those times that we really shut our dark side brain up that really molds us, tells us who we really are, tells us what we're really capable of. The machine. Don't let it run you. You run it. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is very powerful. Your mind is very strong. Very, very strong. So, to come to a close today, guys, just want to remind you, you guys are awesome.
Well played.
But awesome doesn't come from slacking off. Awesome doesn't come from wait until you catch a wind, wait until you catch a motivation. It comes from consistency. It comes from weathering the storm. It comes from that. I believe in you, just like I believe in me. Like I said, this is something that I'm saying to myself as well, too. I'm saying to myself, everything I'm telling you, I'm listening to it, too. You hear me? So, in the words of David Goggins, I'm not trying to steal his thunder, but yo, stay hard, stay motivated, and do what needs to be done for you.